Hey Clark Sharks, it's Miss Baker here. For those of you who don't know me, I teach second grade at Clark Elementary. I'm so proud of you for participating in our winter reading challenge, and I'm really excited to share with you one of my favorite winter read alouds. It's called Tacky the Penguin. In this story, you're going to meet a very odd, silly bird. His name is Tacky, and he's not quite like the other penguins. Let's read to find out what happens to our character Tacky. Tacky the Penguin, written by Helen Lester and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Tacky the Penguin. There once lived a penguin. His home was a nice, icy land that he shared with his companions. Companions are all the other penguins. His companions were named Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. His name was Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird. Every day, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect greeted each other quietly and politely. Tacky greeted them with a hearty slap on the back and a loud, "What's happening?" Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tacky always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. His companions were graceful divers. That means they dove very beautifully into the water. Tacky liked to do splashy cannonballs. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always sang pretty songs like Sunrise on the Iceberg. Tacky always sang songs like How Many Toes Does a Fish Have? Tacky was an odd bird. One day the penguins heard the thump, thump, thump of feet in the distance. This could mean only one thing. Hunters had come. How do you think the penguins are feeling about the hunters? They came with maps and traps and rocks and locks, and they were rough and tough. As the thump, thump, thump drew closer, the penguins could hear the growly voices chanting, "We're gonna catch some pretty penguins and we'll march 'em with a switch and we'll sell 'em for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect ran away in fright. They hid behind a block of ice. What do you think Tacky's going to do? Tacky stood alone. The hunters marched right up to him, chanting, "We're going to catch some pretty penguins and we'll march 'em with the switch and we'll sell 'em for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." "What's happening?" blared Tacky, giving one hunter an especially hearty slap on the back. They growled, "We're hunting for penguins. That's what's happening." "Penguins?" said Tacky. "Do you mean those birds that march neatly in a row?" And he marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. The hunters looked puzzled. What do you think they were expecting Tacky to be like? I think they might have been expecting him to be like all the other penguins. "Do you mean those birds that dive so gracefully?" Tacky asked. And he did a splashy cannonball. The hunters looked wet. "Do you mean those birds that sing such pretty songs?" Tacky began to sing, and from behind the block of ice came the voices of his companions, all singing as loudly and as dreadfully as they could. "How many toes does a fish have? And how many wings on a cow? I wonder, yep, I wonder." The hunters could not stand the horrible singing. This could not be the land of the pretty penguins. They ran away with their hands clasped tightly over their ears, leaving behind their maps and traps and rocks and locks, and not looking at all rough and tough. What do you think they're going to think about Tacky now? goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect hugged Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a very nice bird to have around. Clark Sharks, I want you to remember Tacky, and it's okay to be yourself. We're not all the same. That's what makes us unique. Again, I'm so proud of you for participating in our winter reading challenge. I hope you have a great time reading the rest of the stories. We'll see you later.